So today we'll be talking about what is known as a Bugzilla. So Bugzilla is the defect tracking tool from Mozilla Corporation. So we will see what is this or what does this Bugzilla do and how it helps in the project. So we will see all about Bugzilla. Okay. So can you see my screen now? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, Bharat.
Okay. So this is how the initial screen of Bugzilla looks like. So actually this is a demo version of Bugzilla wherein even you can register and uh, in case if you need or if you just want to practice Bugzilla, so you can register here and you can try to log some dummy tickets. So this is just to know how Bugzilla works. So this is the first page of Bugzilla. So as I said, Bugzilla is a defect tracking tool from Mozilla Corporation. So what does Bugzilla do exactly? So suppose if you have while using Mozilla Firefox browser, if you have observed something weird or something abnormal, so whenever you find some defect, so maybe in the common man's term, it might be an abnormal behavior, it might be a unusual behavior, but as a tester, we call it as a defect. So whenever you find defect in Mozilla Firefox, so what is the first thing that we have to do, or any project in fact? So we should go to this something called as release notes. So actually this release notes is of Bugzilla, but similarly there will be release notes for Firefox as well. So what exactly does a release notes have? So whenever a project is initiated and the development part is finished. Once the development is finished and they deploy it, when I say deployment, it is nothing but installation on servers. So whenever the new version or new build is deployed, so the development team will send a release notes. So release notes is a document which will say what are all different changes that are released as per this build. Suppose if there are few defects in the earlier version, let's say last version is, let us say the version of software is 3.25. So maybe there are 10 defects identified by the testing team, then they will fix the 10 defects and maybe they will come up with new version 4.0. So whenever they are going to deploy the 4.0 version and whenever the build is ready for testing, so release notes for this 4.0 will be made available, or it will be sent to all the stakeholders of the project stating that yes, we have deployed 4.0 version, and also it will have the list of defects for which the fixes are provided as part of release 4.0. So if it is the first time, or whenever a deployment is going to happen for the first time in a project, so it will say what are all different requirements which are covered as part of that particular build. So that is what is the release notes. So is it clear? Release notes. Okay. So in case you need help on Bugzilla, so you can always go to this Bugzilla user guide. Maybe it will give you more clear picture of Bugzilla. So in Bugzilla, there are different statuses for a bug. So whenever we identify a bug, as I said earlier many times, first thing we have to do is we have to confirm it whether it is a bug or not. So how can we confirm it? We can confirm it through documents. So first refer the requirements document and understand the functionality of the bug. Oh, sorry, understand the functionality. So if the functionality is as per the requirements document, then it is not a bug. If it is not as per the requirements, then it is a bug. And in case if you have any more, or if you need any more clarifications, you can ask either the developers or the business analyst to look into that particular issue. And once it is confirmed, or once the bug is confirmed, then the bug has to be logged in the defect tracking tool. So, in order to log a bug, first thing is, or whenever you are logging a bug, the status of a bug will be confirmed. So, I'll show you how to log a bug so that it will be easy to understand the life cycle as also. So, let us try to create an account. So I have logged into the Bugzilla successfully. So the first thing is I said we have to get it confirmed from the requirements document that it is a defect now. Once it is confirmed, so we have to verify in the defect tracking tool whether the same kind of defect is logged by any other person or not. So in order to verify it, we have to search for the defect or search for the bug. So maybe my bug is related to crash. So under summary, I can see crash Thunderbird, crash, system crash, database crash, crash, and so on. So that is how it displays the results. And user preferences, it is just to customize the Bugzilla as per your need. So you can choose whatever you want. Bugzilla's general application scheme. So let us try to understand how to file a bug. So what is filing a bug? So whenever you identify a bug has to be logged into the defect tracking tool. So what is a defect tracking tool? Defect tracking tool is nothing but it's a tool or it's an application which will help testers to log in the defects. So what is the purpose of logging in the defects? The main purpose to log in the defect is to let all the stakeholders know that you have identified a bug or there is a defect in the system. So whenever there is a defect in the system, the defect has to be fixed by the development team. So to this particular project, all the stakeholders will have the access to the defect tracking tool. So let me just show you how to file a bug. So since I said this is a demo version of Bugzilla, it will support or it will have some predefined projects. So they are all dummy projects, so you can select any project as well. So let us try to uh, go to this particular food replicator project. So we have to choose a product before filing a bug. So I'm choosing the product food replicator. So for a single defect, I have to go for or I have to give uh, or it will have this many fields or this many components like uh, reporter. So who is reporting the bug? It has taken it automatically because I have logged in already, so it can read my email ID. Then component within the food replicator. Where did you observe this bug? And this is just a component description. Then this is version of the software and severity. So each and every bug will have two things. One is severity and the other one is priority. So let us try to understand what is severity and what is priority. So severity tells us how, because of this particular defect, how much impact is there on testing, or how much, is it a major defect, is it a minor defect, or is it a showstopper, is it a major blocker. So it will tell us whether we'll be able to proceed further with other modules testing or not. So it will, the severity mainly tells us about the impact of the defect on the system, whereas priority talks about how much fast, or how fast you want the defect to be fixed. So that is given by priority. So severity talks about the impact, and the priority talks about action, or how fast you want the defect to be fixed. So that is called priority. So a defect can have, or a defect can be high priority defect, or high severity defect, or a high priority high severity defect, or low priority high severity defect. So there can be any type of combination for a particular defect. So again, severity and priority will have different values depending on the defect tracking tool that we use. So as per Bugzilla, there are some predefined values for severity. So blocker, critical, major, normal, minor, trivial, enhancement. So when I say blocker, it means this particular defect is blocking the entire testing. This particular, because of this particular defect, you are not able to proceed further in the testing. For example, there is an environment issue, or even in order to test the software, you are unable to load the login page. Suppose you are the tester of Gmail, so you are unable to load the uh, Gmail website upon hitting the URL gmail.com. So that is a major blocker. So in such cases, we have to go for blocker when you cannot proceed further. So this particular hardware tells us what is the platform on which this bug was observed. Maybe is it on a Macintosh system? Is it on a HP system? Is it on a PC? PC says PC means Windows. Again, we can also choose the operating system. Then summary of the defect. So summary should give us quick description of the defect. So this is a food replicator project. So let me just write something about the some small a single line of summary for this particular defect. So there is something called voice interface. So I will say, you can see here what is the different types of defects which are already logged by someone else. So I said voice is not interpreted well by the voice interface module. So the same defect is logged in by some other person. So which is resulting in the duplicate defects. So that is the reason why it is showing all the defects whenever I am typing in. So I will continue with my defect logging. So within the description, even I have to write what are the steps that I have followed. So steps to be reproduced or steps follow. So whatever you want, whatever you feel like writing, means the main intention or the main uh, motto or main or the only thing that has to be remembered or that has to be taken care while writing the description is that the third person whoever reads through your lines, so they should be able to understand the defect description or defect properly. So I will say launch food replicator, or I can also say double click food replicator icon and it will launch the food replicator. Then click on voice interpreter. I'm just imagining some steps, that's it. So that's it. These are different steps which I have followed to log a defect. So the expected result should be uh, so what does this food replicator do? It will produce the requested food item. So requested food item should be produced by the system, but requested food item is not produced as the voice is not interpreted properly. So in case if I have some screenshots, so I should be able to or I have to attach the proof for any defect. So I can say add attachment and I can again uh, choose the attachments. So I don't want to open for attachments now. Once everything is finished, I will click on submit button. So it will give you a unique ID. So the bug ID is bug22974. So whenever you want to communicate this bug to any other stakeholder, you can give them this bug ID, which is 22974. So this will give you the status. So confirmed. So let us go to this life cycle. So the first status is confirmed. So which means the bug is confirmed as a bug. So whenever you log in a defect, its status will be confirmed, and once the status is confirmed, so the developer has to work on the bug. So whenever developer is working on the bug, they should change the status to in progress. So that is the next phase. Then once they fix the issue, and once the issue is fixed and it is deployed, so they should change the status to resolved. So whenever I say resolved, is it fixed, or do they consider it as an invalid bug, or they don't want to fix it immediately? Then is it a duplicate? Then, or it is working for the developer, or it is moved. Moved means maybe this particular defect fix is moved to next release. So I say fixed and save changes. So when the status is changed as resolved, so I should, or as a tester, I should test the application again. So as a tester, I have uh, tested the application, and if it is working properly, so I should update the defect again, stating that I have verified the bug. So again, you can change it. So who is the QA contact? So you can also add some contact person ID if they are also available within the list of users on Bugzilla. So let me just try. So since I am already registered here, my QA trainer is appearing there. Let us try to look for some other name. Let me just try it. So there are, it is search looking up for the people. So I have changed the QA contact. So if someone wants to know about this bug, they will come back to me because I'm the QA contact for this particular bug. And you can add whatever you want within this all these fields. Maybe if you want, you can also look into this bug. Any one of you, just try to have a look at this particular bug. So this is how you can see the bug. So that is how a third person can see this bug. Then as a QA or as a tester, I have to verify whether the bug is fixed or not, because the developer has changed the status to resolve. So I should confirm whether if it is resolved or not. So once I verified it and if it is resolved, then I can change the status to verified. Otherwise, I can also change the status to confirm if it is not as per the requirement or if the bug is not fixed. So this verified, all these are called status, and the other one is called substatus. So the bug is fixed, so it means it is closed now. So within Bugzilla, it is called as verified. Within quality center, it is called as closed. So this is how we have to uh, file a bug within Bugzilla. So in case you have any doubt about any field, just uh, move or hover your mouse cursor over that particular field. It will tell you what is that particular or what is the importance of that particular uh, field. So any questions? Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because as I said, uh, there is something called ad hoc testing, wherein we need not do or we need not test as per the just as per the test cases. Maybe you can do that testing randomly. So in such case, there is a possibility that maybe 2 or 3 persons might test the same functionality. I mean, as a tester, or since you are a tester, no one will stop you or no one will ask you to limit yourself to any certain module. The scope of the scope for a tester to work on the application is they can look for defects within the or they can look for or they can verify the functionality on the of the entire application, whereas developers work only on a particular module. But when it comes to tester, they can navigate from any module to any module. No one can limit you, because tester is I mean a tester can do ad hoc testing wherein they go beyond uh, test cases and they will do some random testing. Or suppose let us consider the example of this Mozilla Firefox. Since Mozilla Firefox is an open source software, it will allow you to file bugs whenever you identify a bug. So whenever you identify a bug, you can report it to Mozilla through or the defect tracking tool that Firefox uses is Bugzilla. So all the product development within Mozilla Corporation uses Bugzilla for bugs to be reported. So as a normal user, you can report the bugs as well. So in order to report the bug, you have to file the bug within the Bugzilla. So maybe there may be some millions of users who use this particular Firefox browser. So there is a possibility that there more than one person might report the same bug. Okay. Any other questions? So I'll send you this URL for Bugzilla. So just try to register and try logging in some defects. So this is a dummy system. So this is just a dummy project. So I mean, since this is a dummy system, so you can file whatever bug you want. That's not a problem. You can just play with this Bugzilla and try to get yourself comfortable with Bugzilla. Try to file uh, some 5 to 10 bucks, and also maybe since we have 6 products here, try to file 6 bucks each one for one product. Then try to search for other bugs as well. So the main functionality is searching for a bug and the filing a new bug. So just play with this Bugzilla. Anyway, I'll give you the URL image right now, so that if you want, you can practice it. And this Bugzilla is used by many organizations. So this is the URL wherein you can log in, or wherein you can go to Bugzilla homepage, and from there try to create an account for yourself and try different things, or try hands on. So in case you have any questions, just go to Bugzilla user guide, which will guide you further. Or in case you have any questions, just drop an email to me and I'll look into your question. So no questions, right? As of now? Okay then. So in case if you don't have any questions, so we will wind up the session for today and we'll meet in the next class. Yes? Okay. Just give me 2 minutes. So I'll be sending it to you now. Yes. Yes. I have to send you this glossary. I mean, I have to send you a document with all the terminologies, right? Okay. So I'll also send you another document, which will have the, which is for, which has the, I think it is for 73 or 76 pages. That is the syllabus, or that is the material for attempting ISTQB foundation level examination. So ISTQB is a certification. I mean, it's an exam which certifies you as a tester. So there are 3 different levels in it: foundation level, advanced level, and intermediate level. So I'll send you the material for advanced, sorry, foundation level. So anyone can take this uh, foundation level examination, and for others like intermediate, you need some experience as a prerequisite. Last session's audio file, right? Okay. So I've sent you the vocabulary document. that's it for today. I'll send you the audio file in some time.
Bharat, can you mark a copy to me too, please?
Yeah, I've sent it to you as well.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks a lot for joining the session. Bye.